solved the problem. Changing faces. This is what people are crying out for. Change the faces. How does that solve the problem if it's a systemic problem? The system keeps ticking away. Different new faces. You can't succeed with that approach. So we are here trying to rebuild, and we will. We will, definitely. So we are now looking at massive infrastructure development. Government doesn't have money. They say, well, saying government doesn't have money and there are projects. Yes, the private sector will have to come in. They'll build. In instances, they will operate for a number of years. They will recoup their investment. After a period, we will take the asset back. And when they are running with it, they are also maintaining it. Because we don't want 50 years or 30 years down the line to inherit an asset that is crumbling. No. Throughout. And when they do that, they will factor that into the financial model that they present to us. So even a PPP requires careful assessment. And the other challenge that government has always faced is government has always been too slow to act. Slow. I was listening to some radical African called Joshua Maponga. He says, democracy has failed. We want dictators. He says it unashamedly. He says, we want dictators. We want dictators who do the right thing, who dictate the right thing. And you cringe at the proposition, but then you reflect and say, where things seem to work, what holds true is that somebody is in that frame of reference. You might call them a dictator. You might want to examine the approaches of Rwanda. But look at the East Asian tigers themselves. There was something called a hard state. When you have a hard state, it means it's a euphemism for a dictatorship. And those economies, East Asian tiger economies, progressed rapidly. Even Singapore, by the way, had a hard state. That's a debate that we will settle when we review our constitution. Do we want a hard state or do we want the softest, namby-pamby state? That's a debate that will be settled by you. I can only proffer my views when the time comes. But we now have to rebuild, remodel all the institutions, the judiciary, even the legislature has failed. All institutions have failed. The executive, I gave you examples of decisions taken at both the political and the legislative level, and the executive and legislative. All these institutions have failed. So they need also to shine the spotlight on themselves, shine the spotlight on Parliament. Do you have the right caliber of people to represent there? What qualifications, what expertise really do some of these folks have? When they open their mouths to speak, on what authority are they propounding whatever they are saying? I'm just asking. Because sometimes, you can give an opinion because you have a mouth and a voice. You can utter anything you want. It's okay. The Constitution protects you in your folly and your holy folly sometimes. But if you want to be taken seriously, when you give your opinion, in my profession, we check. The only person who can give an opinion or opinion evidence is an expert, and we test the expertise. What expertise do you claim to have? Oh, no, I'm a politician. Okay, okay. That's not expertise, brother or sister. But what expertise do you have? Oh, no, I don't have anything. I'm just have my wild speculations. No, but your opinions shouldn't matter. And when we have to sponsor you to air these frivolous and vexatious opinions on the floor of Parliament, it's a waste of resources. So we need to change how we appoint or elect and whatever we do. So some of these challenges are deeper than surface level. So some think, oh, the legislature is the best place. No, it is not. Certainly isn't. If you were objective, no sentiment, let's audit expertise, experience, exposure. Where have you been? What have you done? What have you achieved? In what profession were you? Did you make any waves in your profession? Oh, no. Then we run into problems. And yet these are the people who must speak all day long. And we must listen and heed. Sometimes it's difficult to take some of the things that are said out there seriously. So opinions must be anchored on facts, on proper analysis. Sometimes people come to Parliament and say, it's written in a newspaper. Say, oh, so it's gospel? Oh, it's written in some chapter in a book. Oh, and then? What is it evidence of? Because if there's a claim that is being made in that book or chapter or a journal article, which you want us to take seriously, then we'll need to test it and see whether it stands up to scrutiny. No, we're not going to take it because it's written in some journal. So we need to engage each other seriously, hard, push each other hard, but on facts, on evidence, on viable propositions. This is what we need to do. Don't ask me to arrest and fire people. Tell me why. Why should I fire this person? No, they are suspected. Oh, suspicion. Suspicion? What if the next day it is you who is suspected? Should I do the same to you? Oh, no, not me. Okay. So suspicion works when it relates to somebody else. It wouldn't be acceptable if it were you. Now, this is, when we lay down these bright lines, we lay them for all of us. They don't apply to those who are in this political formation and not to others. No. So that's why I don't care which political party you come from. Come from the PPP or whatever. What you bring to the table must be competence, merit. I'll appoint you. That's just the reality. And when you come from whichever party, even the UDC, and all you are bringing is the membership card, no, I will hug you and I will sit with you. But hey, when we have serious positions where decisions and expertise is required, let's deploy the expertise. Let's now attempt as best we can to be meritocratic as a country. So these are some of the challenges that we face. And so they affect our ability to respond to many of your own niggling problems. So when you say you want to be assisted to celebrate independence, very, very, very good.